Right, everyone, WeaponCollector here. Right, another live stream, Friday live stream. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and all that. One thing I would say to people is I've noticed recently that some of my videos are getting barely any views now. So I'd recommend, if you do like my videos, click the bell, and that'll make sure you get all notifications from my videos. And don't forget to like the videos as well, because that'll help. Because I've noticed recently, I've been putting videos on, they've been getting 140 views, and surely only half of them probably subscribers. The others got to be new people. So YouTube must be sending my videos to 70 people out of 25,000. Yeah, that's ridiculous, really. Also, if you wanted to support this channel, if you shop at GearBest or Amazon, use my links. There's links for Amazon.com and Amazon.co.uk if you want to support me that way. Click the links I provide, and then whatever you buy, I get a small percentage of what you spend. And also, there's a Patreon where you get your name on that board there, get your name up there, for as long as you're a Patreon. So I'll go and go to the comments now. I'll just let you know when I can see them. See who's on. I saw Z not Z was on. You right, mate? Yeah, just you today, then, is it, mate? Well, looks of it. I've set things up slightly differently today, so I might be talking to myself quite a lot this evening. We'll have to see what happens. So, yeah. I did a woods video today, if anyone's interested in that. Finally got down the woods. Just going to see who's on 3 viewers. Yeah, maybe it makes a difference like this, but, you know, it don't matter anyway. Knowing YouTube, they probably won't send this video to anyone, so now I've done it differently. Hardly anyone will see it, but if it's just me and you, Z not Z, that's good enough for me, mate. Yeah, so I did a video down the woods today. Spent about 2 hours down there. It was just the sort of filming general places today. You know what I mean? Oh, actually, Zulu's on. You right, mate? Let's see. How's the bolt carrier for the crossbow pistol coming on? I've not done it yet. I've done, you know, what you've seen of it. I've got the kydex and everything ready to do it. I was just doing other things at the minute. But, yeah, I think what I'll do, I think the first thing or the next thing I'll do will be, I'm going to do another video, like the next shed thing anyway. The next shed video will be going in, doing the bit more on the carbine crossbow. And then once I've done the carbine crossbow, the next video will be something on the bolt holder. Because although what I've done at the minute works, actually it's pointing over there, it's here. Although this works, I think it'd be better if this bit here, I don't know if you can see it, where that stops there, that really needs to come right up there to hold them in better. But yeah, that'll be coming up. Extra Zulu, you right, mate? I said hello tonight. It's an evening, Mike. Did you see Jack Striker's video? Yes, I did. I love Jack's videos like that. He's completely mad, isn't he? I could not do a video like that. I wouldn't be able to, well, I'd have to wear a mask because I wouldn't be able to do it. You know what I mean? He's nuts, isn't he? I love the one of the good things with Jack, he does some good serious videos, but he'll also do some very funny videos. Crazy Chicken Guy, you right, man? Oh, and next you said you saw the teaser video, yeah. Yeah, tomorrow I didn't have time because I didn't get back till 4:45. 5 o'clock I had to cook the dinner. And by the time I finished that, I edited them little bits together, and then it was like 7:30. So I didn't have time to do like a full video. I just thought I'd do a bit. Yeah, I'll edit the whole lot. There's quite a lot of footage tomorrow. That was just the sort of go back, look in the places, show you a couple of places. And then once we've had a look around, we'll actually make a place to sit and cook some food and that eventually, you know. Crazy Chicken Guy, you right, mate? You should maybe quite because of the football. Could be. I'll tell you what it was. There's the footballs on. Yeah, that's right. And I've also set this up slightly differently to not be shared quite as much, to see if it will stop some of the troll bullshit. You know what I mean? But, you know, it don't matter. Jumble Sail Boo, you right, mate? They're not saying, oh yes, the shitting jogger. Yeah. In the video, I've done like a whole explanation of that because there probably are people who don't know about it. Yeah. I even tried to do a demo of him jumping out the bush. Might take a tripod next time. I don't know if Jake's watching, but he's a bit with a camera. It don't matter. Hector Zulu, cooking dinner. Good lad. Looking forward to the full videos. Yeah, I have to cook the dinners after time here, so rush back for that. Got to go out for a bit, which is good anyway. Jumbo said, football is enough to put anyone in a coma. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like I have said before, I might watch a bit of England, but last time I didn't even bother. You know what I mean? Crazy chicken guy, forget football. I'm sat on the sofa cleaning my knife collection. How nice. Yeah. I sharpened up the old sword. It's over there at the minute, the old short sword. And I've added, this is just temporarily, I'll do this properly eventually. I've added this strap here to stop it coming out now it's sharp, because it's, you know, it is actually sharp now. Sharp that, in fact, I didn't want it quite that sharp. I sharpened it a bit more than I was expecting. But that, just a bit of Velcro. It's not paper cutting sharp, but you can tell that if you touch it, it's got a proper fucking edge on it now. Yeah, I don't know if that's even in the screen, but yeah, you can really feel it didn't have an edge at all, really. I've not really had a proper look at it. When I did, after I did the original cutting video, I looked at the blade properly and it was bloody rounded over. You know, it had no edge at all. Shane McCurdy, you right, mate? Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, no. Crazy chicken guy. Amazing the difference it sharpened. Yeah, did make a big difference. I was glad I did. Also, booed your nostrils hair. Do your nostril hairs with it. Yeah, look at this. That was something I forgot to do before I look what I bought. Two of them as well, just to make sure. Yeah, no more bloody nostril hairs hanging out. Driving me up the fucking wall constantly. They're not saying watching 22 millionaires kicking a ball around the field isn't my thing. Nah, exactly. Funny, I was saying two of my younger brothers actually like football, but we won't talk about football anyway. Cause that's bloody worse than politics and religion, to be honest. But I do personally find football to be one of the most ridiculous sports to go in. You know, it's any sport that you can cheat and it be acceptable, really. You know, but yeah, sod football. Let's have a look who's on. But yeah, I haven't done the usual sharing it like I normally do. I ain't shared it on Google either. But I don't know. This is enough for me. If I did a private one, it would still be this many people anyway. So, well, that does remind me. I can do one thing to share this. Let me just have a look at something. Where would I go to? Videos. I won't be able to see the comments just for a second, but I'll carry on talking while I'm there. Where would I find it? Just looking to find the video because I'm going to share it, but on a different way to normal. Oh yeah, there. Hang on. I'll have a look at Jumbo Sobo's comment quickly. Jumbo Sobo, a 13-year-old girl got nicked around a flip knife in her school in my town today. Bloody hell. Well, look what they do. I bet they don't do anything really. They do that. I bet they nick them and just take it off and caution in it. And another kid with a bread knife. But that's not the point, is it? It's the point that they got a knife in school, isn't it? What the heck is going on nowadays? Yeah. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? Why a 13-year-old would feel, especially a girl, why does a 13-year-old girl feel the need to carry a a knife. Right, some of you, I'm going to send you this, and you're already in the chat, so just ignore it. Just sending some people an invite. What was I write? Right. Number seven, yeah, she was back in school by the afternoon. Yeah, that don't surprise me, but it is shocking. You know, it does make you think, why do they feel, you know, I can't talk when I was younger, but I think I had a bit of a reason for it. You know what I mean? I can't understand. And I want when I was 13, though. Yeah. Cheeky Chav, you right, mate? And Coolest Monkey Jungle, right? Taylor Shaw, right? He said, I tried what you sent before, but I am challenged on the Google Plus process. It may, I've worked it out now, mate. It's probably not actually your fault. There's a thing where if you haven't got a Google Plus and a YouTube, that thing I sent you won't work anyway. So don't worry about it. All it was, well, you know what it was anyway. I won't mention it on here. Some of you others will know. It's nothing important. But I could just send you an email with links anyway if it came down to it. Bit of in case I changed the way I shared the streams. What's everyone been at today then? What's Shane saying? Shane, what are your thoughts on the Tommy situation, please? Well, the only thing is, Shane, you have to be very careful what you say now about certain things. They're actually changing the laws that if you're openly discussing certain subjects to do with certain political stances, you can be arrested for it now. I have to be very careful what I say in a video now when it comes to certain things. But I've said what I think anyway, and it's terrible. You know what I mean? But, yeah. That's how it's going in this country now. This happened about 3 days ago. They've changed the laws. That if you're herding, you know, because you know what they class Tommy as, not what we do, but what they class him as. Yeah, you pretty much get done for showing your support to someone like that now in videos. And you know, so I don't know about commenting and that, but yeah. The problem is if I mention it too much, I may have to just stop this video and delete it as well. You know what I mean? That's not your fault though, Shane. I'm because you might not know that, and some people wouldn't mind, you know, care about it, but you have to be very, very careful now. Yeah, like Sailor Shaw said, thought police. You know, I don't know if Tommy is classed as one of these people they're talking about if you're supporting them. You know what I mean? But I don't want to risk it. Till I know, once I definitely know, you know. Crazy Chicken Guy just bought some gun oil for your Amazon. Oh, cheers. Oh, nice. What was that on the Amazon Associates as well? Or not the Amazon Associates. Which one was that? The .com or the .co.uk? Because I have had one person, what's his name? Bushcraft bought something on one of them. And this had gone through. I'd seen it. They take a day. Say if you bought it today, I wouldn't see it till tomorrow. Oh, nice. So, cheers, Crazy Chicken Guy. I appreciate that. What did you buy? This is what I always like. I can't really find it. I do like a bit of Abbey silicone gun oil. Jane said, shame on the UK, mate. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, until I'll have to look up a bit more detail of what I was talking about, and then I can discuss it a bit more. But this is something that passed like 2 days ago, I think. I put the lid on that properly. It's all over it. Yeah, I'll let you know how much I got if you want when I get it. Different things have different percentages. X-Ray Zulu saying I'm sure bang on, mate. Yeah, it's true. This is exactly what it is, isn't it? Fucking thought police. Utterly ridiculous, this country. Crazy chicken guy, that one's pretty good. Bought browning oil as I use it on my shotguns and better knives. Knives, yeah. Yeah, I like the old. I'll tell you why I like the old silicone gun oil, because you can use that on most things. Knife blades, you know, and on the outsides of your guns, anything cleaning them or does keep your guns nice looking, don't it? Dead not it. It's probably aimed at the hate preachers, but you can bet it'll be misused. Yeah, that's what it is. It is really at them, but you never know if they're going to say, "Oh, well, we're going to class him as it as well." You know what I mean? Because they do half the time. They class him as an extremist. You know what I mean? Very grey area that you've got to be careful with. So for now, I'm going to have to steer clear of things like that. I don't talk about that stuff too often anyway, but you lot know. Not worth the hassle till you know. Almost how, Bill, I'll have to get some gun oil. My K-Mite jelly is almost used up. Fuck's sake, I don't want to use that stuff. Bloody hell. You ain't got your package yet then? I don't think it would come yet anyway, would it? You got a couple of, maybe tomorrow. No, I just realised I've got the top chat on. Let me change up the live chat. If I've missed anyone's comments, that's why. Yeah, so what is it today? Friday, Saturday, I'll finish off doing the woods video. Quite a lot of footage. I'm going to take, I said, didn't I? I think I did. I'm going to take a tripod next time. This was just the get out, have a look about, show you lot the old places. I might even cut in some footage of how it used to look 9 years ago. 9 years ago since I've been there filming. Yeah, and then once we know what it's about, we'll actually start going down there and make a little bit of a camp, or just find somewhere where to stop and make a drink and a bit of food. Then not I remember 2 old ladies being arrested under the terrorism laws because they were protesting about a nuclear power station. Yeah, totally ridiculous, isn't it? But that's what I mean. That's how easy it can happen. You have to be very careful, really. You know, I don't mind if I'm actually actively doing something. If I got arrested for something I was actively doing deliberately, I wouldn't care. You know, I subscribe by the saying, you know, if you can't, don't do the time if you can't do the crime. I said it wrong. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. But yeah, but you know what I mean. You know, but if you're just doing something you think's totally normal and acceptable, that's not very fair to get done for it, is it? You know what I mean? Double no, not yet, but I've got the mammoth tasked when they do arrive to cut each round to get them shiny. Yeah, that'll take a while. I did think I had a couple more, and I think I had 10 more. And I couldn't find them. If I ever do find them, I'll just send you them as a gift. Because I was going to chuck them in with it, but the thing is, I might have chucked them away. Callum, you right, mate? Yeah, if I ever find the other 10, you can have them as well. I'll just send you them for nothing. They should only cost, you know, £2 or something to send. Right, Tombo. I sent that thing as a test to see if anyone would get it. Tombo said white men in the UK who identify as English are now being classed as terrorists. We can now be arrested for looking at someone funny. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. I don't know if you heard me saying, but it's getting like that. Well, it's become that, isn't it, virtually? Or, you know, like the thing I read, if you said, it said if you're talking about something and not disagreeing about it, you can be arrested. You know, how fucked up is that? Humble Sabo, cheers, mate. If you do, I'll pay the postage and send you a small donation. If I searched and searched and searched, because I know where they are, weirdly enough, they're in a big ball of stuff like that. Loads of different cartridges, bullets and all that. And they was all wrapped up in a bag, taped up with masking tape. And now I can't find it. And it may have been chucked. But if I find that, they're yours, because I don't put them up anymore. I mean, Headnot Z said, what do you use as rail lube on your crossbows? I find beeswax works well and it's a bit cheaper. I'll have to get some of that. I'll tell you what, I'll put that on my list of stuff because I still use the little bloody lip seal looking things, you know. So the old beeswax works just as good, does it? Yeah, I was going to try and show you the one I use. But you know what I mean anyway, don't you? Yeah. What the hell is it? Oh, I don't know where it is. I'm going to try and find it anyway. But you know what I mean? The little lipstick bloody looking things, lip seal things. So beeswax works good then. Where'd you get that then? eBay, anywhere like that? Because I was going to buy some more of that because you always need it. Crazy Chicken Guy, going to buy my first crossbow in a couple of weeks. Been looking at £175 on Blazing Bows. Can't argue for 80 quid. Which one's that? Let me have a quick look, mate. But yeah, no, any crossbow for 80 quid. Great. I think I know which one it is, but I'll have a look anyway. I haven't had anything off of Blades and Bows for a while. There's no reason I haven't. It was easier for me to get my crossbow from Merlin Archer, I think it was. Oh yeah, the EK Jaguar. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a brilliant price for that, isn't it? And you can always get a lower prod if you don't like that. You know what I mean? He said seems to definitely furniture store, if I remember rightly. Yeah, you probably get it any places, can't you? Double Sabo, another 5 years, and we will only be allowed to talk about flower arranging and basket weaving. Yeah. You know, it genuinely does actually seem that way, don't it? It's ridiculous. Shane said, watch John Wedger interview. Oh, well, I'll put that on my list. What was it? I don't think we'll have Liam on tonight. I think he's doing his rehearsals, isn't he? Callum said, just make an aluminium and leather strop at the minute. Really easy to make if anyone wanted to. What's that? With a belt and I assume a strip of aluminium. I've got mounts made, some out of wood, or wood and leather. Jack Striker, don't go down to 175, big mistake. Go for 95. Yeah, the only thing with 175 is they soon get a bit laborious to shoot, I think. You know, as you said, I've never actually cocked a 175 by hand, but I bet they soon get a bit boring, you know. You know, because that one, compound's got the old stringer with it, so I've always just used that. Melanie Rob, you right, mate? So Crazy Chicken Guys, you ain't already got it. Did you say you've already ordered it? Or let me see. Well, I'll tell you what you could always do though, Crazy Chicken Guy. You could always get a 175 and get a different prod. Get a lower strength prod. All this monkeys in America hit the lotto with Trump. That's all most of the states where it gets bad here. Yeah, looks like that way, doesn't it? You know, this country is getting more and more fucked. But the thing is, if you told someone all about the things that are happening now, 20 years ago, if you could go back and say, look, this is what's happening now, they wouldn't believe you. They would say that's a film or something, or made up bullshit. You know. Sabu, Mike, did you hear about the two? Yeah, I'm laughing before we finish the comment because it's going to be a bloody joke, isn't it? Mike, did you hear about the two Sky Dishes that got married? The church do was okay, but the reception was crap. He knows my style of jokes, at least. Oh, God. Alan Pitch, yeah, same, but wanted to make pocket-friendly one, really thin and lightweight. Yeah, sounds good. You'll have to do a video. How come you don't whack so many videos on anyway, Pete? You should whack them on there. I thought your body armor footage, that was good. That was a good video. Crazy Chicken Guy now waiting for the next payday. Yeah, the one good thing I do like about those old Jaguars though is the fact that you can put any prod in. I've got two down here, one in the loft. So there's the crossbow there, that one up there, and then I've got that's £150 prod. That's another one. That one's £105 prod, and then in the loft I got a £175 prod that Baz fella sent me, and that'll take any of them. I want to get a lower one, like an 80 or a something like that. Sabu said, the old ones are the best. Weapon survival, right, Stu? You all right, mate? I work 5 days a week, and on my days off, I do fuck all. So yeah, I'll make one on the strop. I just wondered because that video you did was a good video, so it made me wonder why you didn't do more. You know, I'd be whacking videos on every day. I was you. Like you said, you work and all that. You know what I mean? That's like it seems the obvious thing to go for the high 175, but would not have one given for free. You would not have one unless given for free. But I would not have one given for you. You wouldn't have one even if it's given for free. But yeah, like I said, I've never actually shot my Jaguar with a 175 on. I've never actually bothered putting it on there. But it's probably a similar thing. I've just looked and I thought, I don't really fancy shooting something like that constantly. You know. Soon going to start making you think was it's like powerful bows. I'll soon get bored of a powerful bow. And the other thing is you don't need them that powerful anyway, do you? I think you could get away with a 105 is good enough for most things, isn't it? Crazy Chicken Guy, that's cool. You can swap them. The missus might find it easier to use with a lower power. Yeah. The only thing I would say is I've struggled to get any lower prods. Apart from the 105. I wish when I got that 105 I got the 80 and the 41 as well. But if you had a proper decent look around, I bet you'd find them. the other prods, but I looked into the usual places. I think I just looked on Merlin and Blades of Bows. Be careful if you order one from Merlin, because Liam bought one of the £80 prods from Merlin, and they sent him a pistol one, and then he had to complain. And they said it was their fuck up that they've been advertising it as a rifle crossbow when they never had any. Yeah, I would like to get. I'll tell you why I'd want it. I want an £80 rifle prod or a £40 rifle prod to do my Commando 2 conversion. Without the lower prod, I don't want to risk that trigger not being able to hold so much, and it breaks, messes up my fingers or something stupid, Supposedly those barnets, when that's cocked back, that has a let off of up to 50%. So that trigger may only be designed to take. It's going to be more than what it would be, but say if it's 70, it's only holding back 75. It's only going to need to hold 100. And I don't know enough about the mechanics of barnet crossbows to be for me to feel safe. Granted, I got a £40 recurve bow from a site called Mandarin Duck. Take a look. Never heard of that. It was in crossbows. I'm 6'4". I've got long reach. I like the look of the Panther crossbow. That stock looks short for tall lads. Yeah, see, I'm the opposite. I'm short, so I'd struggle to recommend anything to you, I think. Jack Striker, I can get £90, 95. Just bought one yesterday. Where'd you get it from, Jack? Can you tell me? I want to get another one. That might be just powerful enough for me to not risk it. To risk it, sorry. This is prods I'm on about for crossbows. Weapon Survival, I bought £70 snakeskin bow off eBay because I wanted the power, but it was a mistake because after shooting it for 5 minutes, you're knackered. Yeah, that is the problem. Because I would have done that exact same thing, gone for the higher power ones, but yeah, you soon feel it, and it's just not a fun thing to do when it's like that. And you don't want to spend months and months and months trying to get used to it. You just want to shoot it then and have fun then, don't you? Then say, well, I gave my son the Barnet Panzer 5, I couldn't even cock it. He tried it first time and did it. Says a lot about me. Maybe it was just your technique, mate. Callum Peach, I've got 40 because it's enough to hunt small game and even whitetail. Also good for target shooting. Yeah, my my compound bow, which I got given as a birthday present, is something like 35, and that's nice. I like shooting that. I reckon 40 would be about what I like. You know what I mean? I've still got a bow in here somewhere. Hang on. This is £45. That's how tall it is. I don't know if you can even see me. Nearly a long bow. But yeah, that about 45 is about. I won't want more than that. That's Malcolm made that. Crazy Chicken Guy, go to put the hands to bed and check the sheep in the greenhouse. Be back in a bit. Ron, you got a busy evening, didn't you? Didn't even bother getting me knuckle duster cup today. That says 1 to 2 hours. I may stay on longer depending on what the evening's like. I think I'll certainly stay on longer than an hour anyway. If you ain't seen it, Jack, I went down the woods today. But I'll do the proper video soon. I ain't bothered yet. All I've done is whacked a bit of footage up, just so there was something on tonight. Because I didn't have time to do it properly. But I've got, I don't know, it's probably like 20 minutes worth of footage. I don't know if that'll all be on there. But yeah, that'll be coming up soon. By tomorrow. It's quite nice to get out, to be honest. Walk around the woods, look at the old places. Because you don't think places change that much, but they do. You know. Cannon Beach, yeah, the power was from 30 to 50. So I went to 40. Went with 40. Also bought a camera mount for it. So if I do join a club, I can do a bit of both filming. Yeah, that'd be good. That's a good idea. I've got some mounts for mine, but I don't shoot the bows very often. I'll get them out again eventually. Z, what's your grail knife, or don't you have one? Well, I don't think I truly have one, if you know what I mean. But I sort of do. It would probably be any kind of old style trench knife, really. And they'd be very hard to get as well over here. You know what I mean? You know, real one, proper antique one. Quite like, you know, any knuckle duster knife. New York's got age restricted, lol. Women's Rival. Saw the teaser Woods video, looked good. Would be funny if you caught someone shitting in the bushes again. Well, as we was creeping up there, I thought, it was typical. He'll jump out again. I think I found where he was. You see in the clips. I think that's where it was. But you wait till you see what that place looks like now. I won't tell you, but put it this way, we won't be camping up there anymore. Sadly. I say camping, that was just where we'd go and make a fire. It was our camp, our base, you know. Double turbo. I also got the cheap sawn-off shotgun looking out there. That one, the £150 Cerberus short stock Anglo arms one. I ain't even used it yet. Yeah, it does just look like a sawn-off thing, don't it? That did always crack me up. Me and Malcolm always laugh about it. Because it does look like someone's just cut the stock off. Does it? Does it look like it's been done properly? It don't actually look like someone's just cut the stock off either, does it? Exo Zulu, just because you have an interest, I carry purse nets in my food procurement kit. Good little addition, just for an alternative to crossbow. Yeah, good idea. That first day we went up there, like today, it wasn't nothing. It was just to have a look around, you know. Eventually, because I didn't even take the walking stick. I'll explain that in the video tomorrow as well. There was a sort of reason for not doing it. New York Scout, have a good one, man. Live it up, dude. Cheers. Exo Zulu continues for those unable to obtain one. Oh, crossbow, yeah. I've just thought an alternative to crossbow for those unable to obtain one. Double sabu shitting in the bushes. I've just seen them sort of videos. So, don't do it. Don't watch that. I thought that stuff was illegal now, wasn't it? Double sabu, the pistol grip is too big. I have average size hands and it's far too wide. Cheeky Chav said just gone to get some chips. Oh, we had chips for our dinner. Chicken, chips and beans. Simple one today. Had to rush back from the woods. Quickly cook everyone's dinner. I want to save this bloody coffee. I just had a coffee before I started the stream. I thought I'll make this. That's probably why I can't talk properly now. I'll make a cup of coffee and make sure it's boiling hot so I don't drink it. And I've drunk most of it and I can't hardly talk. Double sour bollocks. I was just about to ask what you had for your tea. Yeah, beat you to it. Yeah, chips, some sort of breaded chicken, beans. Not simple today. I had to rush in, cook it in half an hour. So, said not to. I had chicken curry. Very nice it was too. Do you like yours really hot or not? Or do you like it sort of normal, mild sort of thing? I used to absolutely love really, 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 really hot sort of curries or anything. And then it started giving me extremely painful hiccups. I think it might be something to do with when I used to drink a lot, I would get this weird gagging thing when I went out. It was like a nervous thing. If I had to go out, when I used to drink every day, actually for years afterwards as well, when I gave up, I had this weird nervous thing that would make me gag and like nearly be sick. And I think I've done something there. Like where your diaphragm is or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Or whatever it is, you know what I mean. Yeah, and then the really hot chili and that does something there, gives me really bad, painful hiccups. Then it went, and then the other day, I did the weird gagging thing, and I noticed it was coming back again. So, if I leave it long enough, I probably could eat hot stuff again. But I used to like stuff so hot, you'd be sweating from it, you know. Then what's our boot? I had baked spuds and chili and beans. Just as well, I bought a new Vanilla Armour magic tree for the car. I'm struggling to read today. It's probably that coffee though. I've had like 2 strong coffees in a row now. It must be the caffeine. Makes me. I can read the words, but I'm struggling to say them. Then not Z said I like them quite hot, which got me into trouble with the girl once. Jump off Salvo said gag reflex. No, that ain't what I meant. X-ray I had beef. Well, beef crisp sardine. Well, what? Beef crisps and sardines? Oh yeah. That's the kind of thing I would eat though. I like eating strange things. I've got to restrict myself from some of the bizarre shit I used to eat now though. I suspect that's what gave me gout in the first place, eating really bizarre stuff and too much of it. That time I got the gout the last time, I'd probably eaten like 20 king prawns in one sitting on one of the times. Zulu, a Jumble Taboo gag reflex, great film. What's that? The sequel to Debbie Does Dallas? Or Deep Throat, whatever it is. Jumble Taboo, yeah, Doc told me my pulse was rapid the other day. And that was before I saw the nurses. Told me to lay off the caffeine. It don't help. I drink at least 3 litres of Pepsi Max a day. Fucking hell. Yeah, my mum drinks a load of she drinks the Diet Coke, but she's been told not to drink that either. But yeah, it's all sort of. I think as you get older. I was saying to my brother, when I used to drink every day, nothing was ever wrong with me. If I tried to do that now, I'd probably be dead in a week. You seem to be able to get away with things when you're younger, with your health. I used to drink a 3 litre bottle of White Lightning every single night on weekdays, and on the weekend probably double that or more. and I never had any gut problems, anything, you know. Do that now, and I can't get out of bed for 2 days. Didn't even used to have hangovers, I think. Actually, Julie said, sorry, that should read, had beef, well, beef, crisp, sarnie. Yeah, I thought the bloody sardine bit was a bit... Like I said, that's the kind of thing I would eat, a bloody beef, crisp, and sardine sandwich, but... Oh, you had a beef, crisp sandwich? What was it, Walker's? They still even do the old beef ones. Yeah, not a lot of people, aren't there? It's only the 4 of us by the looks of it. Oh well. Sometimes I prefer it that way anyway. You had not the 3 litres of white lightning, Christ, I'm surprised you didn't go blind drinking that stuff. Oh no, it's mad, isn't it? Yeah, and never anything, never had any gut problems or, you know, like pissing blood or anything like that, nothing at all. But if I do that now, well, last time I drank a 3 litre bottle of white lightning, I had a hangover for 2 days and couldn't get out of bed for 1.5 days. And what's that, Boo? Did you see the uproar about the Royal Kids playing with toy guns? Yeah, I thought it was brilliant. Not the uproar, but I love things like that. It's great because, you know, to us it was always normal playing with guns, wasn't it? I've spent my whole entire life playing with guns. That wasn't what I was going to say, but my whole childhood was messing around with guns and toy swords, so it was brilliant seeing that. But yeah, it's typical that they would get weird about that now. You know, they're being normal boys. And to be honest, if they joined the military, they'd probably be shooting real guns anyway, wouldn't they? So, Dumble Sabu, they were bright coloured or black ones. What the ones the Royals had, they looked like they were black ones. You know, like proper, yeah. I didn't have a proper look. I just saw the picture and, you know, because it was one of them bloody zoom lenses anyway. But yeah, yeah, I used to love. Kids should play with cap guns and toy swords and yeah, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, them guns I was playing with was actual black realistic looking guns. Let me have a look. Yeah, he's got a black revolver. Prince George, he's got a black revolver with little orange bit on the end. Nice. Oh yeah, brilliant. I love things like that. Or is it blue? It might be blue. Yeah, one of them's got a Colt Python looking gun, and the other one's got Desert Eagle. Yeah, they're dark blue with a little bit of orange on the tips. I love that. It's great. But to us, that's normal, isn't it? You know. Jumbo Turbo, yeah. We're black with orange tips, which are illegal now. Send them to prison. I wonder where they were. What's this song? You know, they might have been old or something. No, yeah, outdoors at the Maserati Royal Charity Polo Trophy in England. That's great. Then not say I had loads of toy guns when I was a young kid. Didn't turn me into a psychopath. And I'll kill anyone who says it. No, it's like that. Simon, you right, mate? Talking about the Royal Kids having guns, toy guns. What we had for dinner. I went down the woods. What bows you got? What crossbows? Yeah, that's about it. Jumbo Sabu on the right stuff, they were moaning about the bright coloured ones. Yeah, that is really pathetic. You can't have anything, and it don't turn you violent. You know, people who are violent anyway. You know, every single person I knew played with toy guns when they were kids. Weapons done 94. I went to see my mate at uni, and he said the people who get the most fucked up are the people wanting to become doctors. It's because they know they can get away with it being younger. Oh yeah, while they're in university, yeah. Yeah, mad, isn't it? Jumbo Sabo, they were being trained to shoot the peasants. I mean pheasants. Yeah, the thing is, they'll most probably join the army anyway. So you know, like Zulu Jumbo Sabo, mind the racist line along. But that thing you were saying, Stu, that rings a bell. I think I've seen something about that. You know, it seems to be them people who do that. Jack Striker, I haven't watched George Wood's video yet. You know I'm always late for reviewing. I haven't spoiled it for you, have I? It's only a teaser, Jack. I've done a little teaser just to get a video out. The full proper video will be on tomorrow. Richard Smith and hi, Mike, just tuned in, been fixing my drill. Have I missed much? Not really. We're just talking about the Royal kids having guns, bows what bows you've got. You got bows, haven't you? What we had for dinner. Number Sabu, my bad, I meant realistic looking firearms. Oh, what? Because it's a coloured ones. I hadn't even registered that. That'll get you arrested in some climates, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'll have to find out where Matt's got his camp down the woods, so I still don't know where it is, how far it is in there. But I did quite enjoy that little trek in the woods. It's about 2 hours going to the old places. I was going to go. I thought it might be too hot today. It's just about right. Number Sabu, it's getting muggy. You think we're going to get thunderstorms? Yeah, it's a bit like that here at the minute. Actually, ultimately playing with toys, be that guns or dolls, doesn't make a killer. Doesn't make killers. Life generally creates them. Guns don't kill people, the Americans do. Sorry, I mean, add bollocks to it. Clarence had been doing the garden all day, found decorative paving stones buried in the garden. That's killing me. It's weird the kind of stuff you can find in your garden. We was digging in my garden once and we found a great big kitchen knife about that long buried in the garden. That had a homemade guard put on it as well. So I don't know where that's from. I suspect I know, but Jumbo Sabu, Mount's near to the shitting bush. Well placed. Not far to go for the toilet. Yeah, you wait till you see up there. We're not going up there no more. Jack Striker, you and Liam ought to come to mine one day. I'll show you a lot of interesting stuff I can't mention on here. Yeah, I will have to sort something out one day, Jack. My problem is the not driving thing. It sort of scuppers me for most things. But we'll all have to sort it out one day. Maybe I'll have to save up just for that, you know, once I've got my PS4. I'll start saving up to do a trip up to yours. Extra Julio's in the garden digging peat all day. Can't stand the cunt. Dumble Sabu and Jack's mask collection. Yeah. Do we have to wear masks when we come up, Jack? I don't mind. I could always wear one and then take it off. Do a surprise. But I would be up for that. Like I said, it's just the... If I could drive, I could just do it. You know, I can drive, but I can't afford a car, you know. But, yeah, you know. And I appreciate the invite. Yeah, it might happen one day, you know what I mean? I'd be definitely up for that. It's the thing with me, making things happen. Took me bloody 6 months to get down the woods. Rumble Sour Boo. It'll be a low budget version of Eyes Wide Shut. Isn't that a sex film? Well, not really, is it? But I'm pretty sure that part is a sex party in it. Richard Smith, I got 5 bows, £50 horse bow and flat bow, £15 glass bow, £110 horse bow, and my favourite, £145 modern recurve bow. You ever seen my bows? I've got one out a minute ago. I can show you it in a second. Did I ever show you it? If not, I'll get it out in a second. I had it out just a minute ago. I quite like bow shooting. One of them things, I need to get more arrows. I think my next Patreon lot. I might start gradually getting 5 crossbow bolts every month. Let them pile up a bit, because that's the only thing. Or see how much the cheap stuff to make the bows are, because I know it's easy. Not bows, bolts. Not a difficult thing to do. That may be another thing. Just get that. But I want to get more crossbow bolts. You see, when you do tests as well, you're always breaking them. Because you're doing things deliberately that break bolts. That test I did the other day, when I was doing the 14-meter redback tests, I think I've broke about 5 or 6 bolts that day. You either miss or there's the other thing, because it was a long distance, the sight wasn't quite right, so I broke a couple of bolts getting the sight right. Actually, I was up in the loft yesterday with the wife, dark empty space, but she's good with kids. He's starting now. Hope so. That striker, it's crazy when you think Britain is only about 400 miles long. Maybe it's because the travel in this country is horrible. Yeah, because it's not a big country, is it? But yeah, it does take you a bloody hour and a half just to go down the coast half the time, doesn't it? You know, 2 hours. And it shouldn't take that long, really. Yeah, not like America, where you can, you know, drive for thousands of miles. Diamond said, found some weird stuff in the garden in my last place. An old boiler, massive train track, I-beams, all right. Big rivets. Still have the rivets somewhere. I remember working at some woman's house once and digging. I don't know what we was doing. Why? Because the weird thing is, when I was doing this job, she was painting. But for some reason, I was digging in her back garden, and I started finding loads and loads and loads of bones, quite big bones. And for quite a while, we were thinking, you know, like arm-sized bones. Do you know what I mean? But then I started finding crockery, and it turned out it must have just been the pile. It was an old house. It must have been the pile of they used to chuck all their crap, you know. But yeah, for a while I thought I'd found a body. That was while I was drinking. Clear-minded person probably would have just thought, yeah, some fucking lamb bones. Blah blah Tuesday said, can you make knives there or cast them in plastic? Yeah, but if you made a plastic knife now and these new laws come into effect, that may be classed as like a stealth knife, and then it might be illegal. Weapons Survival, it's crazy thinking there are states in the US bigger than the UK. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Dry throat. Richard Smith, Mike, there's speed tests on YouTube with the Cobra R9 pistol crossbow. It shoots 240 feet per second with the heavier alloy bolts, which weigh about 120 grams. I'll have to watch some of them. I've not watched any of them yet. Well, apart from that little short trailer they do. I may get one. I may just save up the Patreon money for about 4 months and just buy one, and then do all my own tests on them. Can't do the feet per second though. But so what's that? That would be, because I can't do the feet per second. I didn't know what. Because I know the Redback claims it's 235 feet per second, don't it? Because someone told me yesterday that the Cobra R9s, they have something like the actual draw weight on them, something like 30 pound rather than the claimed 90. But that's just what someone told me. I'm not saying that's right. I mean, Weapons Survival, Extras who said to Weapons Survival, yeah, Britain is in a worse state. Yeah, worse state. Simon said, have you ever seen the film Samuel Jackson 51st State? Yes, I have, but not for years. Not for years and years and years. They're quite good. Quite liked it. Pocket full, right, mate? Blah blah Tuesday said, in the US we can carry knives, not just tie them to the wall. Yeah, you carry knives here if you got a reason. I had a sheath knife on me earlier. Because I was in the kind of place where that was acceptable. You know. If you're walking down the street with a sheath knife on your belt, that's a different story. But Jack Striker, I was talking to the knife dealer in person yesterday, and the Home Office rang him and were only interested in how much revenue they would lose in tax if they banned knives. Yeah, fucking bastards, aren't they? Of course, that would be all they care about, though, wouldn't it? It makes you sick. Let's say, fuck's sake, I keep reading people's comments for their names. Sabu, please don't tell me that Old Woman's garden you were digging in wasn't Rosemary West's place. Fuck's sake. No, weirdly enough, it was the daughter of my boss. But, yeah. I don't know why the hell I was digging in her garden. I was supposed to be painting. What's everyone at tomorrow? Anything? I think I'll just spend the day. I'll upload that video. I don't know. I've started one of them computer games. I started that LA Noire, but it's quite weird. It's older than I thought it was. Jack Striker, I bought an Anglo Arms knife. Fantastic for the money. I'll do a video on it. Got a new one, have you, Jack? Just getting rid of that bloke. Tywin just got to paint the house. Grabs shovel. Yeah, I don't know. I cannot remember why I was digging in the garden. They're not there. I want to cut my hand on an old bog someone had buried in the woods. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. I always carry some just in case for that kind of thing. You know, alcohol stuff and you know, I always take it. Majority of the time, you never need a first aid kit, but I always take one anyway because, especially my woods, up in that bit where we go, it's so easy that you could stand on a bloody bit of wood with a nail in it. You know what I mean? Dumblesar Bill, I wasn't digging a new patio for them, was you, mate? You wasn't digging a new patio for them, was it? No, that's why I can't think that. I can vividly remember. And I wasn't on my knees or digging with a spade. I was digging with something small on this. It was a built-up ledge, if you know what I mean, like a brick wall filled in with mud behind it. So I was stood up digging something about here. So I was stood up in their garden with this wall up to here, the mud there, digging in it. I cannot work out why I was doing it. Very bizarre. Might come to me eventually, but that was the days when I was drinking still, so God knows why I was doing it. I'm not saying I didn't want to do it either, to be honest. No, but that's one of them things I don't like, that's one of the things you don't like the thought of doing, do you? Do you know what I mean? Let's see who's on. Richard Smith. No, where am I? Number Sarbo. I love Ground Force of Charlie Dimmock. Yeah, he was good back in the day. I used to quite. I couldn't stand fucking Titchmarsh though. But what's his name? Tommy was quite good as well. But yeah, Charlie Dimmock was good for a different reason. Reference, I probably thought you hid some beer. Could have been. Cannot work out what the hell I was doing there. Bizarre. I was supposed to be in the house painting. Because we used to get weird. If there weren't no jobs on, he would get us to go around his house because we were supposed to do a flooring for John Lewis. And then every now and then there'd be no job for that day, or he'd book us in to do some bloody renovation around his house. So he won't pay for it, I suppose. Richard Smith saw Jack Striker's video with the ride on lawnmower. If Jack could shoot a bow at the same time, he could be a chariot archer. I'm going to say he'll try it. Oh no, he said, I'm not cut out for chariot archery, Richard. No, but he'll do a bit of sword cutting while he's on it, I bet. Ted Not I've always wondered why they went to the trouble of carrying it a couple of miles into the woods and then burying it. Yeah, it is bizarre. Yeah, and burying it as well. That's even weirder. You can understand just dumping it in the woods, but bury it is very weird. Simon said, I started painting the front room, then I drank white spirit and it all went blurry. Last thing I remember, I was digging in the garden and never saw the lady again. Oh, fucking hell. Just a thought of drinking white spirit. I drank aftershave once, and because it had a percentage on it, fuck me, did that give me a gut ache. I put about that much. I'm surprised it very stupid because it could have actually turned, made me go blind. Put about that much in a glass, filled about that much up with orange. Me, Malcolm, and our mate Paul did it. Them two puked up. I managed to hold mine in. So fucking stupid. Normal Salboo, nothing worse than painters. From the painters are in. Anyone got any film recommendations? Because I was going to watch a film the other night, but I couldn't. Out of all of the films I've got, I couldn't decide what ones to watch. It was weird. Unless some, like if I've got the ones, like some of the ones we mentioned before, if you recommend it's good, I'll watch it. Yeah, sometimes I get indecisive about films. I mean, if someone says it's a good film, the other two throw up the bloody lightweights. A fucking good job they threw up. I wish I had. Well, you know, if I'd have gone blind from it, I would have been wishing I'd thrown up, wouldn't I? Yeah, pretty sure my mum and dad was on a holiday at the time as well. So we was in our kitchen when we did it, just because it had a bloody, it said like 80% or something. All right, I mean, I do. Extra duty dumble, so painters in, go round the back. Then not the Treasure of Sarah Madras is a great film, old but still great. All right, I'll check that out if I haven't already seen it, because I have seen quite a few of the old westerns. I'm assuming that's a western. Just writing that down. Oh, Humphrey Bogart's in it. I haven't seen that then. I'll tell you how I know I haven't seen it, because I don't ever think I've actually seen a Humphrey Bogart film. Because I've yet to watch Casablanca. Palmer said when I was in Catholic school, I stole the ethanol and sold it, but some mixed with alcohol hand wash with energy drink and juice. It was vile, but got you wankered. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah. I would have drunk that when I was younger, but now I wouldn't bloody risk it. You know what I mean? Then not really a Western. Now, it sounds like one, though. You can have Saw. It's good. Yeah, I like Saws. I've seen all of the Saws. I do like them. Richard Smith said, I found a glass beer jug in my garden when I was digging. I think it was dated 1947. In perfect condition. I suppose it wasn't broken. No, that's quite amazing, really, isn't it? You wouldn't expect that, especially that age as well. Double Sabu, yeah, like snooker, mate. Go for the pink, not the brown. Asbestos Man, why is it age restricted? I was just trying to filter out some of the trolls, so I thought that may work as well. You know what I mean? If they haven't set their accounts up right, but there's nothing adult in this. It was just, you know, just seeing if it would make a difference if it was. What's the stuff? You've seen Sweet 16? I thought it was a decent film. Yeah, that's good. I did mention that in one of these streams once. Yeah, no, I like that. That's a good film, isn't it? Yeah, I do like that. Extra Judo the Hill. All right, I'll check that out. I don't think I've seen that. See a good sci-fi with Sean Connery in once. Let me have a look see if I can remember what it's called. It was quite a weird one. He was a cop. It's not Zardos, I know that. Is it Outland? Yeah, Outland, 1981. Yeah. You ever seen Outland? That's quite good. The front of it's got Sean Connery stood there in his police uniform with a shotgun, pump action shotgun in his hand. So, but I remember back when we used to siphon petrol out of people's cars when we were younger, suffering petrol bouts for weeks. That's one thing I've never done. Is that a film called Outlander? It says on IMDb Outland for some reason. Yeah, oh yeah. No, you were saying you was close, yeah. Do you have any of the old British war films like Battle of Britain, Bridge to No, only I think the only sort of British, and it ain't even really that sort of is Great Escape. I do like them kind of films. I just never got around to buying them. They're not really Waterloo. Yeah. I ain't got a lot of them. Richard Smith, Mike, have you seen the old 80s fantasy films like Hawk the Slayer? Not seen that one. Is that the one with... Let me have a quick look. What's the one with Rutger Hauer in? Is that one? No, I'm thinking of something else. But no, I've not seen that. But I do like them. I've seen the Conan the Barbarians and that, Red Sonja, Krull. I do like them kind of films. I've never seen that one. I'll have to put that. Someone mentioned that before, actually. I'll put that on the list. That's a couple to get going on. I remember that one. I have the book somewhere as well, I think. Beastmaster. I don't think I've seen that either, or not deliberately. Some films I've seen without knowing it, if you know what I mean. I've seen them as a kid. Because when I was younger, we used to love it on a Sunday. My dad would take us to the not the betting shop, the video shop. He would take us to the video shop and just leave us there for an hour. And we would stand in this was when we was about 12, stand in the horror section, just looking at all of the horrors, trying to think of one to watch. He'd come back an hour later and we still haven't picked. And then, in the end, we'd pick something. But I may have seen a lot of weird horrors without knowing what they was called because I was about 12 at the time, you know. Nicky Jav, do you have any favourite films? I have favourite films from each, like different genres, and it all depends when I watch them. But I like a lot of John Carpenter films, like The Thing, The Fog, Assault on Precinct 13, Halloween. I like the Sergio Leone westerns, Good, the Bad, the Ugly, Fistful of Dollars, Few Dollars More, and Once Upon a Time in the West. I like quite a few gangster films, like The Godfather, Godfather 2, Scarface, Craze. I could have been in the Craze film, the original Craze film. Horrors, I always liked Bad Taste, Brain Dead. I like quite a lot of the zombie films. Looking up there, because that's where my horrors are. Shining, Evil Dead. But I've got loads. I couldn't pick one over another. Simon said, I loved the video shop as a kid. With Netflix, Amazon Prime, now TV, it takes away the feeling. Yeah. It's not the same, is it? You have to love standing in the video shop for hours. The only thing is, it's still called, that shop's still there, and it's still called the video shop. It's brilliant. It's just a news agent. It's a news agent that does DVDs, but it's still called the video shop. That's its actual name, the video shop. Right. They're not Z. Have you seen Shogun Assassin? Yes, got that up there. I love Shogun Assassin. It was banned here for years because of the amount of violence. Yeah, very, very good violent film that, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, I'm a massive fan of Shogun Assassin. I tried to get the other ones before they was out on DVD, the Baby Cart series. I think Shogun Assassin was made up of clips from the Baby Cart series, isn't it? Yeah, I love them. I think they're brilliant. Richard Smith, Hawk the Slayer, of what were modern crossbows at the time, like the 80s bayonet crossbows and magazine fed crossbows. Oh, nice. That sounds decent. I've written that down, mate. I've watched that because I like them kind of films. Grubby, you right, mate? He said, good to see you on. Loving the sword. Very cool. Yeah, there it is. I've already been having a look. It's great now that it's sharp because I can have a, it's proper usable now with a sheath. I've added a little thing here, stop it coming out. It's only temporary. It's just if it gets picked up or something, you never know. Geeky Charm said Halloween is a decent film. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the original Halloween. I reckon I'll watch that new one coming out, the sequel. That looks good. Still not watched the trailer to that properly though. I'll write that down again because I do want to watch the trailer to that. It's based on a Japanese manga series, which was even more violent. Yeah, brilliant, isn't it though? Lots of bits being cut off and spurting blood, and yeah, if you like something gory, they're great, or violent anyway. Loved them old large clamshell rental VHS films. Shame Blockbuster went tits up. Mate, I remember when Rambo First Blood Part 2 first came out, cost 97 quid to buy outright. And that was old money too. Fucking hell, yeah. Yeah, it's surprising, isn't it? Yeah. That's a lot of money. Tom said, entertainment has changed so fast. I remember that Love Film and shit used to post you the DVD. Now instantly stream. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. In fact, I was looking through a collection of someone else's DVDs recently, and there was a couple of sleeves of that, the old Love Film things. Send them back. Grubby said Halloween. Yeah, there's the original Halloween, isn't there? I'm getting mixed up now. Ignore me. Lynn Skywatch, right, mate? You could have the trade. It looks very good. I watched a bit of it. I'm pretty sure I saw Jamie Lee Curtis with a gun at one point shooting at targets. Where am I? I did not no Shogun Assassin. I thought that confused me. That comment. Ignore it. What I said anyway. Callum said, "I used to work in Blockbuster just before it closed down." Probably stay on till about 10:30 tonight because I've got some stuff to do. I may start editing that video tonight. And yeah. Coffee's wearing off a bit now. They've got me so I'd even talk. Until I remember Woolworths shut down 10p DVDs. Oh, I'd love that. I used to spend about 100, 200 quid a week on DVDs at one point. Lynn Skywatch, anyone watch Black Mirror series? Yes, I absolutely love them. Yeah, if you haven't seen the Black Mirror series, they're brilliant. Highly, highly recommend that kind of stuff. If you like, each episode has a bit of a mystery element to it, sort of thing. And they're all based on near future technology, and it's all sort of social media type technology, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I absolutely love the Black Mirrors. Colonel Mustard said, hello, I haven't missed much this time. No, not really. Just the usual. You can miss it and just jump straight in with these anyway, can't you? Lynn said last series was great. Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? I think if the last series was the one I was thinking of, I liked Black Museum, I liked Metalhead. But yeah, it was good. Series before that, I really liked San Junipero. That was a bloody good episode. But every single series is brilliant. Robbie said, I've seen all the Halloweens, grew up watching Freddy Krueger and Hellraiser. Yeah, I love them. I've just watched, about a month ago, every single Hellraiser film. I've seen all the Halloweens, apart from, I won't watch the Rob Zombie ones personally. I don't like the look of them ones. You know what I mean? They go too much into detail. Dumble Sabu, Woolworths was the first video sales shop that sold cheap vids for $9.99. Bought the vids and CDs, ripped them off, took them back. Say they were faulty. Yeah, good idea. Yeah. The only video copying I ever did was borrowing pornos off your mates and getting a quick copy. Simon said, I wish I bought all the Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre CDs for 10p for the Chronic. Be worth a stack now. Yeah. Vince Cole, Metalhead was scary. Yeah, I thought that. It was quite an intense, scary episode, that one, wasn't it? And quite sad as well. Grubby said, I've got the Chronic. Well, fuck all. Lynn said, then, yeah, look at the Boston Robotics. You've seen the real robots they got. Is that the weird thing that's on 4 legs? Like a big version of the Metalhead things, but without the head? I think I have. And they run along, don't they? It looks more like a body with the legs, doesn't it? Yeah, that's it, yeah. Yeah, weird freak show things are, but yeah. Oh yeah, some of them are quite like the bloody Metalhead ones, aren't they? Actually. Yeah, very creepy. But yeah, it's a very good episode, that one. Robbie said those robots crazy. Lynn said the dog that opens the doors. Yeah, yeah. Simon said the Eminem and Dr. Dre CDs, brand new, would fetch more than 10p nowadays. I got the lot, be worth something. Robbie said use the Boston Dynamics. Nice. I did just have a look. I put it on Google quickly, but yeah, I have seen them. They're very like. Well, it's just weird to watch something running like that because it's almost got an organic look to it. To its run, it runs like something real. You know, not real. You know, something living, but it ain't. Double Sabu, Mike, if you ever get the time, watch the YouTube channel Cutting Edge. It's amazing how many movies were cut back in the day. All right, have a look at that. Quick look now. I won't actually go on it or watch nothing, but just gonna have a quick look. It ain't that one. Oh, yeah. Is that it? No. You might have to send me a link, mate. I can't actually find it at the minute. Don't know anyway, but you send me, I'll have a look. Extra Zulu, bottom line amps, Atlas. As it happens, they use micro flying devices now. Yeah, that's in the Black Mirrors. If you haven't seen them, I think it is anyway. Saying that, or was it? Yeah, was it or not? Yeah, no, it was, wasn't it? Yeah, in one of the Black Mirrors, they got little mechanical bees. Kind of mustard Woolworths and barbers shops. Our barber shop local to us has the exact same phone number as me, but two of the numbers are the wrong way round or the other way round. And we used to get the occasional phone call from people wanting haircuts. And this woman, she was really fucking weird. She kept ringing up. Her name was Christine. And I'll tell you how I know her name was Christine, because she would ring up, keep saying, I want my haircut. She was all polite the first time. You know, my dad answered and said, you know, you got the wrong number. So she rang back again, and then again and again and again, about 5 times. Keep saying, I want my haircut. The last person I spoke to was rude. And in the end, this is what I was going to say. Yeah, every time she would finish the conversation, she'd say, Christine, over and out. Put the phone down, right? It's really fucking weird. And then in the end, my dad ended up booking her a haircut in, but was because he's a landscape gardener. So he was saying, oh, yeah, I'll give you a trim. What time do you want me to come round and all this? Because he knew I was listening. Fucking hilarious. Yeah, so he's booking her in for trim and all that. And yeah, so she's never did get her haircut. Right, where am I? Peter Smith, I saw the first Silent Hill movie a short while ago. Didn't seem as good as the first 2 games. I thought the film was all right, but it's not as good as the games, is it? I do like the Silent Hills. I've not played any of the new ones, though, but I played 1, 2, and 3. Maybe if there was a 4th one, I've played that. But I definitely played 1, 2, and 3. In said, I'll have to rewatch Terminator. Yeah, Terminator's good. Colonel Mustard. I once done a ship that reached the toilet seat. I was amazed. Sabu CNC films with the channel, mate. All right. Yeah, because I put in cutting edge and it was coming up with bloody, well, I don't know, some weird shit though. Yeah, the Terminator is brilliant. The actual first one, the best one out of all of them. Let's hope it stays fiction. Yeah. Robbie said Terminator 1 and 2 blew my mind. So Christine wanted a blue rinse and set 2. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was the weird. And she rang up about 5 times. In the end, I said my dad actually booked her in for a haircut, or a trim as he called it. I wish I could remember more of what he was saying to her. But he was going along with it. But he was booking her in for having her trees cut, but saying, yeah, I'll give you the trim. How much do you want off? You know, and all this. And she was going along with it. Yeah. Christine, over and out. Complete freak show. Captain Duck, did you hear about the channel English shooting getting his gun license revoked because his channel was promoting extreme issues? Yeah, I did hear that. That's fucking demented, isn't it? But I was saying about that earlier. Someone was asking me about something, and I said I have to be careful. Not for the firearms thing, because I don't need a firearms license for anything I've got anyway. All my stuff's legal anyway. But I was talking about it, saying that it's getting to the stage where you have to be careful what you say, because they want to start arresting you for that kind of stuff now. For not discouraging it, even. I mean, you know, you might not even be agreeing with it, but if you're not discouraging it while you're talking about it, it fucking sickens me. Demented, isn't it? Diamond to Silent Hill Homecoming is brilliant. 2 is my favourite. I can't remember. I've got them in here though. The drawer here, I've still got them. Double Sabu, John Bean's fake American accent. Silent Hill gets to my tits. Double Sabu, the Uzi 9mm. Yeah. That's Terminator, isn't it? Actor Zulu. In the early 50s, they released a load of space-oriented films. If you look back, they're telling us in advance what to expect. Zombie type breakdown of society. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's interesting, that. I'll have to look into some of them. But it is weird how some of these things do seem to be foreshadowing, or like you said, telling you what's going to be coming, you know. Probably said all conspiracy theory, eh? Z not Z, the plasma phase pulse rifle with 40-watt range. And the long slide laser sight. Well dated now. It's about that long, isn't it? Kind of must have ordered 2 balancing knives from DH Gate. Do you think they'll get through customs? I ain't got a clue. I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't ever risk that. I don't know what they do, though. All I know is someone sent me something without me asking to, and I got a letter saying that we've confiscated something. And then I noticed not long after the bloke stopped doing YouTube videos, like he'd got a letter and got paranoid about it. Because he was an American bloke. He was an English bloke, Welsh actually. He was Welsh, but lived in America. And he had a load of he had firearms, loads of firearms and that. But that may have just been a coincidence. You know what I mean? Simon said a new series called Safe. It's got the dude who played Dexter in it. Putting on a British accent. It's terrible. Yeah, we can always tell 100%. I think English people can get away with American accents sometimes, most of the time. But Americans doing English accents, it never works. Because the American accent, to do an English accent, you either got to do a perfect regional accent, or what they do, they try to do some weird random English sort of thing, and it never sounds right. Where you can do a sort of general American, but general English never works. I'll check that out though, Safe, if that was a recommendation, or was it just to mention his terrible British accent? I've got a playlist with loads of 50s and 60s sci-fi films. You can look at some of those. I'll have a look then, mate. I'll have a look at that. Dead Not Z playlists. Actually, I think I've seen it. You've mentioned that before. They're all the free films, aren't they, on there, I think? Probably should count 50-50. Yeah, I think it's just one of them. You just have to see what happens. You know what I mean? But I don't think it goes any further than that from what I know. I don't know. The only thing is this is the only thing I would say. This isn't from my own experience, though. Someone used to comment saying that they nearly always got their stuff stopped. Every time they bought something, it was getting stopped by customs every single time. And I suspected after a while, maybe it was because they'd ordered some dodgy stuff a couple of times. Now their address has been put on a list. Because it got to the stage where every single thing they bought was getting stopped. But I don't know, because that was just my guess. Rita Smith, I heard English Shooting Channel closing his channel. While I always wear a mask in my vids in case they try to convict me of something supposedly teaching terrorism when I'm not doing something. Yeah, too late for me now, but I do agree with you. Double Sabu depends. The custom might raid your ass. It ain't worth the risk, yeah. But that's what I thought. I wouldn't risk it personally. Double Sabu, if anything comes of it, I'll say never knew the law. Yeah. You know, it's up to you, innit? Probably said Richard Smith never wear masks. Simon said, no, not a recommendation, just pointing out terrible accent. Thanks for Zulu. If you think the first electronic computer, Gloucester's Tommy Farr's British, the size of the function room, then look at your phone. Leapfrog. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. What we've got in a phone now is more powerful than the computers that sent them up to space if they went to the moon. Robbie said China is a high-risk country. Black bricks has been like, yeah, not bad, mate, not bad. Good to see you on. They're not there yet. My first computer was a Sinclair Spectrum. Simon said, I think Brad Pitt did a good pike accent in Snacks. Yeah, you couldn't really understand half of it, could you? But no, I thought that was all right. I'd have to re-watch that and about anymore in here. I don't want to have to put another bloody video on unlisted. No one's encouraged anyone to do anything on this video. See, look what's happening now. Did you see that? The video just cut out. That's it, being watched. No one's encouraging anyone to do anything in this video if you're monitoring this. We do not condone anything. Everything we're talking about is hypothetical. Probably said, well, it is beer o'clock again. Jumbo Sabu, I'm missing Liam's input tonight. Yeah, it is nice, Liam, when he's on here. He does have a good, does contribute good, doesn't he? Yeah, he won't be on tonight, doing his rehearsals, isn't he? See you later, Grubby. Yeah, I'm going to go off at 10:30 tonight anyway. It'll give me a chance to do some other stuff that I need to do. And like I said, I don't think there's going to be a lot of people on tonight. Yeah, did you see that video cutting out then? Captain Dirk, you heard about Hunter S. Thompson's daily routine? I don't want to know. Yeah, can't tell me, but I imagine it's something bloody very demented, if you know what I mean. Thanks, Azudo. I think Pikey did good. Brad Pitt in my 5 snatch. So. Captain Dirk, dog drivers, 3 p.m, rise, 305, Shivas Regal, the morning papers, Daniels, cocaine, have a glass of Shivas. Daniel, first cup of coffee, Daniel. Yeah, that's what I imagined, to be honest, mate. That's exactly what I managed. Not managed, that's exactly what I imagined. Cocaine, orange juice, Daniel, cocaine, coffee, Daniel. Yeah, exactly. Richard Smith, it's like engines 100 years ago. 1 litre engine had about 15 horsepower. Nowadays, litre engine around 180 horsepower in motorbiking. Yeah, it's amazing. I love all that. You know, when you look back 150 years ago or 200 years ago, we was using horses, horse-drawn carriages, and that we were stuck at that for God knows how long. You know, like loads and loads and loads. In probably 1,000 years or more, we was doing that. Maybe, well, probably more than that, wasn't it? And as soon as the steam engine came along, we went mad. The technology is brilliant. That Brickhead, is your eyebrow better? I don't know what you mean, mate. If you mean that's been like that since 2001. That must have been they're using outside toilets up the north, aren't they? Very weird. Told you, you know, dodgy bit of dodgy topics, and now the camera's cutting out for no reason. Nah, it's probably nothing to do with that. I've noticed if I look up on it does say my connection's not like the best. Maybe it's that. Diamond said, what was Captain Durf on about weird talk? I think so. Problem is nowadays, because of the trolls we get, I'm going to have a zero tolerance towards trolling now. So everyone's going to have to be careful. Like most of you lot, I know you. I know when it's just you're telling a joke. But you know, I'm gonna have to write. I'm gonna have to put it in the comment, not in the comments. I'm probably gonna have to put it in the more info bit now that it says zero tolerance for people I don't know, because I give people like him a chance, and then they do that. So it's probably going to be zero tolerance for people who I don't know I can trust anymore. You know what I mean? But everyone else in this stream I know is all right. You know, I know when you're just joking. Lynn said first T Ford apparently did 25 miles per gallon. Most US cars still use about the same. Oh, that's good then. Yeah. Double saber, it's the thunderstorms. Yeah, it could be. Many Rob said great streams always. Cheers, mate. I'm probably going to go off at 10:30 tonight. It'll give me a chance to maybe edit a video together tonight, ready for tomorrow. It's going to be a slow night tonight for everything, and it's already getting a bit weird. And yeah. To be honest, that's a shame if Captain Derp wasn't a troll, because I suspected he wasn't at first, because he's been I'm sure he's commented loads of times, but you know, that was getting beyond a joke. So when you try to have a conversation, you know. Gunner must have said, I watched your preview of the Woods, looks good. If I was a kid, them Woods would have had the time of my life. Yeah, we really used to love them Woods. You know, used to be a bit scary as well sometimes when you start when you start telling the stories that the pedo's coming to get you, because we used to have like a legend that there was a pedo called Chaddy coming, he'd get you. And sometimes, you know, you'd be a bit paranoid about that as a kid if that's what everyone's been on about that day. But yeah, I used to love it, especially the tunnels. You know, them tunnels. The tunnel I showed, I've never been in that one, but it's exactly the same as the one I have been in. It's just it was one we used to go in wasn't as dirty as that one, if you know what I mean. That one had a lot of moss on it. The other one, it was just bare concrete for some reason. It never got all that crap on it. And the one we used to go went actually right under the motorway. Simon said, makes sense. If they troll and say shit, that's getting you blocked from YouTube. It's not worth it. No, exactly. No, and like that, filling up the bloody chat with shit when we're trying to talk about something. You know, he may not have been a troll, but gone now. Lynn said Henry Ford also built a car out of hemp. Man, it was strong. Yeah, but it was. Hemp is, known for being a strong material, isn't it? Simon said, when I was a kid, I loved finding fly tipping in the woods. I built a go-kart and Dad. Yeah. There was a couple of places near us. In fact, when I do this video, I'll show you one of the places that I filmed. It was an old fly tipping place. And sometimes you find old motorbikes down there that didn't run, but where we live, we're on a massive hill, and you could roll them fucking mopeds and motorbikes down the hill for the whole entire, probably a good kilometre down this hill. You get a lot of speed going down there, and then at the end, you jump off the back of it and let it go into the river, which I wouldn't do nowadays because that's probably terribly polluting a river, isn't it? But also that was right on a path anyway, so it wouldn't be in there very long. Yeah. I think we rode a burnt out motorbike down the bloody hill once. So we must have been covered in crap by the end of it. Actually, hemp is strong, but I think skunk is stronger. Yeah. Certainly fucking smells it. I hate the smell of skunk, personally. Or the skunk they have nowadays, anyway. Richard Smith, sorry, Mike, if my comment on English shooting channel and why I wear a mask was a bit inappropriate for the stream. No, that's fine. No. If what I no, that was fine. No, if it came across like I thought that, no, it's fine, mate. No, that was perfectly fine. If I didn't say anything, I just didn't have nothing. Sometimes I just don't have no answer for anything, if you know what I mean. But no, I thought that was perfectly acceptable. Yeah. No, I didn't really know what to say. You know what I mean? But no, that's what I was saying earlier. That's why it's either you've got to wear a mask or you've got to be very, very, very careful what you say. You know what I mean? The rules now of council tips, as they've gone private, a lot of things are banned from being taken there when they charge you. No wonder there are lots of fly tipping nowadays. Yeah, I know. When we used to work with my dad, all of his stuff had to be put to the council tips, and that must have cost him a fortune to go there every single day. You know, because he didn't have a yard then. He would have to dump the cuttings and that at the fucking tip. I suppose you could, that kind of thing, you'd put that in with the money, wouldn't you? But the price of the job. But there's a lot of it, probably because it was way out of the way as well where he had to go. He probably used to have to stop work at R4 to get there, to get back home at R5. Must have skunk is a nasty drug compared to the smoke of the 90s. Yeah, definitely. I 100% agree with you. Completely different now, isn't it? I can't touch it now anyway, but even the smell of it, completely different. Simon said, I've played and abandoned stolen cars in the woods. Always a new one, dangerous now that I think about it. Yeah. Yeah, when you're younger, none of those things cross your mind in the slightest, do they? But, I sometimes think if I saw kids doing some of the things I did, I might tell them not to, but then I don't know. Because I think I would for their own protection, but then I might just be like the adults I knew and just let them get on with it. Unless they was doing something really fucking stupid that would actually get them killed, then I would stop them, I have to admit, I never tipped flies in my life. Is it fun? I've never tipped flies. Exo Zulu, fly tip and absolute scummy cunts. Imagine the shit they live in if they're prepared to fucking ruin the countryside, yeah. Which is getting smaller. It's making out scummy fly tipping, yeah. Yeah. I do like it when you see in the paper someone getting done for it. It does crack you up, you know what I mean? I think back then was a safer time. Well, it seems it, doesn't it? Exo Zulu obviously don't like fly tipping. But yeah. No, to be honest, it's pointless as well. That's today. Funny thing with my arms going again. Right, I'm going to go off in 5 minutes. It's going to be an early one today. I've been on for 2 hours, though. Colonel said the kids still sniff glue. Our flavour was Evo stick back in the 80s. I don't know. They probably no, they probably don't now. They probably get bloody spice or something like that, don't they? Seems to be a completely different, you know. Just seems to be completely different nowadays. When you was a little kid, people wouldn't sell you drugs. You know what I mean? So you'd have to do things like that, gas or glue or some crap like that. Do you know what I mean? No, they probably just go and buy spice now or get some bloody cocaine or some dealer who don't care about selling it to kids. You know what I mean? They're not the. I used to know a fella who sniffed dabbit off, it rotted his brain in the end. I've never even heard of that. I've sniffed petrol when I was younger and some sort of glue, runny glue, but I can't think what it was. Did gas, which was dangerous. Mum said, guess what? That sold in Poundland, quick fix super glue, fucking hilarious. Yeah, the mustard glue sniffer, I did not do tip extra. Yeah. Also, but yeah, that's the last time I tried to dump a body in the local tip. I got a fine due to it being rolled up in old carpet. He said it was classed as DIY. You know. You're not bloody mad tonight, aren't you? Generally, it's a cleaning thing for clothes. Yeah, I knew, well, someone who I was with who did it once nearly killed themselves. Well, could have killed themselves very easily because they turned the thing up like that and it came out as a liquid, but lucky he caught it in his mouth. Because that goes, when it's a liquid and it goes into your lungs and that freezes them, it kills you. But like I said, we used to do some of the stupidest fucking things you'd think of. Someone said, I've known people to sniff petrol. What's it do to you? Whoever sniffs it in G-check. Well, it makes you, I don't know, you describe it. High, euphoric, dizzy. But there's one bizarre thing about it. It makes your arse and bollocks go really hot. Yeah, I've hallucinated from petrol once, doing it so much. And that was the last time I ever did it because I did it so badly that I probably nearly killed myself. I could have easily killed myself that day. I never ever did it again. Richard Smith. See, Mike, the rapier sword I'm making should be done within the next 2 weeks. Oh, nice. I look forward to that. Richard, see you later, mate. And also clicks in the brain. Yeah, I can't describe it, but it's very, very, I would never do it now, you know. Well, I never did it since that time. I hope everyone's been liking the stream. Listen, I don't know how much of you heard what I said at the beginning. Make sure you like the streams and click the bell. And I've noticed that YouTube are only sending my videos to about 150 people now, 170 people. And yeah, but the more people who watch, the more it gets sent to more people, you know. The more it gets liked, the more likely it is to get shared more. I'm going to go off any minute now. Dumble Salboon, people in the flats near me are druggies. Normally 10 cans of lighter gas dumped in the bin. Yeah, fucking hell. I nearly died of gassing. A mate of mine did a truly horrible fart on the bus one day. It was as bad as a terrorist attack. Fuck's sake, what toxic gas. Right. I tried glue, but couldn't adhere to it. Fuck's sake. Right, that's it. I'm going off now. Colonel Mustard, it's been a strange one tonight. It has. But a good one. A couple of trolls, but they've gone. I mean, I don't mind them. They was the kind of trolls that don't bother me so much. I mean, some of them, you know. No thumbs down tonight. You're doing well, yeah. Right. I'll be on tomorrow about normal time if you want. If you're not going to be on, you're going to be on tomorrow. Usual time. I may do the 3 hours tomorrow. depending on how I feel. But I have noticed 3 hours and 3 hours is starting to become a little bit of a slog. But yeah, I don't mind 2 hours and 2 hours. Right, I'll see you all tomorrow then if you're on, and in the daytime there'll be the full woods video, and yeah, and I'll be on in the evening. All right, see you all later. Cheers for joining in. Have a good evening.